Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 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 testing. Hello. It's probably loud. Probably loud. Loud, loud, loud. Because last video, it was way late. Wait, hold on. Let's put 30. I think 30 might be help. Last live stream that I did was very... What's the word? You couldn't hear my voice. So, we're going to try to fix that. I need some light in here. Neither do I want to overwhelm myself with the light, because my light and fan are connected, which I'm kind of annoyed by that right now. So we're gonna continue with the photo bashing. I was trying to do a cave concept. There's two that I did. I'm trying to figure out which is the one. Is it this one? No. Erase that. Yeah, there you go. So I went. There's this one, which I kind of like. I mean, it looks interesting. The colors and uniqueness in the shadows. The second one is the one that you were all looking at originally. Because this one looks like the walls covering it, and this one looks like you're looking from inside of a cave to the outside, and you can see the mountains. But I want to experiment. I want to play. What exactly do I want to do with this, though? I have no clue. All I can think about is Lord of the Rings, when the dwarves enter the mountains and they encounter... This is not what I want. I want something else. Sorry, I'm like... I was looking for pudding. I wanted pudding. And to properly eat a pudding, you need a spoon. Okay, I'm back. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so we're gonna play around with that. What does a goblin look like? How does I do it? I've never done this before, by the way. A lot of professional photo bashers or even concept artists have a strong understanding of composition. Like, even this is incomplete. I'll be honest. I have no idea what this, like, there's so much logic to this. Or like trying to have an understanding. Why is there a floating piece of triangle? Why not? Why can't you not have a floating piece of triangle? Maybe it's a magical world. We could probably fix this, but I don't know, I kinda like it. It just feels weird. So let's see. I'm using a mouse, so don't be weirded by this. Let's hide the background. We're going to try to expand this right here. So we're going to hide the light in the back. We're going to make it big. Oh, interesting. Wait, what? What? That's so cool. It looks like I'm holding a piece of a glass. Wait, gotta try something. Oh, that literally changes everything. That's interesting. So this little piece is important. Huh. Versus this one hides it. Okay. Now I want to go back to doing that. Huh, interesting. So that little piece was there for a reason. Okay, so we're gonna have to... Oh wait, hold on. We really had to like go back to the original. Maybe we could change... Make it change the opening. And keep everything else. This is unique and interesting. So I'm kind of creating like a horizontal line, the horizon. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just, I guess when you stare at enough art pieces or other artists, you kind of have a feeling of where things should go or be, or how you're imagining things. I can't describe it. It's just something that you just pick up on. Ah, crap. Always remember to rasterize. Rasterize and trim. Ooh, that one's pretty cool. We're still having problems with this guy right here. If you didn't, so you're coming in and you didn't see the other video, I highly recommend watching it. How I got to this point. I did not make this like all brushes. It's literally a little bit was brushes, but it was all natural. It was all basic tools that you could use in any software. Kind of like this. We're still running into some problems. Hey, look at that. I didn't grab stuff. Once again, I'm trying to get a feel that I am creating a shot out of a cave. There you go. Oh, then we're gonna try to grab this part right here, copy paste. I'm gonna bring it into the background so it doesn't overtake it. It's the first thing I didn't want to do. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Let's grab that part, paste, bring it to the back. Let's deselect, grab it. There you go. And I'm curious, what would it look like if we overlaid it one more time? I'm actually gonna change this. We're just gonna bring this out and see what happens. It kind of does feel light is coming from the right side. Like it's creating a lighting effect, and I'm getting all sorts of weird texture, which I like, actually. Once again, I haven't studied perspective of lighting. It's just when you look at stuff, you kind of have. I'm just basing my visual memory, like experience. I do walk around a light at night and during the day. Not so much in the day these days. But you kind of, if you just observe, you don't have to draw it out. I do recommend drawing it out and taking notes. That's the whole point of sketching. You're just studying the world around you and understanding how it works. You could get a feel of what's happening. I'm gonna double it here. We're gonna see what magic might happen. We're actually gonna stop it right here. Not the video, because we just started. Cool. And let's take a look at the original. Let's see how much of a difference we have from here to here. Okay. Once again, I purposely put this. Alright. Next thing, since I wanted to make little goblin huts, let's just start playing around. I do use a lot of oil brush. I don't have. Give me a second. Or I could just grab from the piece and just see if I could make a little house. Because there's one right here. I can see some houses from here. I want to see if I can start messing around. So one thing I gotta practice, because I was thinking on the way to work today, is find blenders. I don't know how. I should probably look it up, because Infinity has. I'm pretty sure they have some blenders, and I have to make a blend option. If you don't know what a blend is, I'm not kidding. It literally, like, there's a reason why it has a finger. You're like smudging things together so you can get something, some type of texture, or just smearing shadows and lights together. Or to get a gradient, it's literally what a blending, hence the word blending. Not blender the tool, because you're blending stuff together. You're mixing stuff. That's what blending means. See, the best I got, because what you could do if you have Infinity, you could click on this and then click on any brush. I'll showcase it. Ah, crap. Gotta make sure you're clicking on a pixel though. I'm not smudging it. Like, that's it. But depending on the brush that you pick, you can get all sorts of effect. I might keep an eye on detailers, because this one actually it's probably gonna come in handy. But it really depends what you're going for. For me, I'm actually gonna go for a maybe grainy. Grainy looks pretty cool, especially if you're trying to. And I ran into an issue. Oh, it's because there's a lot of. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. What's happening here? Did I smudge the background? Looks like it. I did. And it's blending in into the back. Okay, so we gotta lock this. Always lock your layers. That way nothing gets affected. Cool. Question is, how do you make a goblin cave? You gotta understand what goblins do. I like to imagine they build little huts inside. There we go. I want to pretend that this is a hut right here. Covered in webs. Because goblins and spiders go together. Also wolves. So this is all the blending stuff that they have. I think it's pretty cool. Right now we're just experimenting. That's the name of the channel. Just gotta play around your brushes, honestly. I might go to oil and just go to my oil brushes, just play with those, and just start detailing. Probably gonna do that right now. You gotta try. You just gotta always try. So let's see. So what I'm doing is I'm not really making my own. You know what I could do? I just didn't realize this. Affinity. I'm pretty sure Adobe has this, which I realize. We are actually gonna add a document palette, and we're gonna call it Goblin Colors. You know, Goblin Cave Colors. There you go. And if I recall, create palette from as document palette. There you go. Oh, haha, haha. That way we don't have to keep figuring. I drop it. So that's cool. And since I'm getting more detailed, then we're gonna get annoying. Yeah, that's cool. Now we have a whole gradient of colors that we could use. So stuff like that, you could like. So this is just me playing around. I have, like, once again, no idea what I'm doing, but just giving it just texture so things stand out. It's not gonna look perfect. But who says art has to be something that you gotta know what you're doing? Which you do, honestly. And I kind of wish I could play music, but my music is very niche, annoying right now. Might be loud too. Give me a second, I'll get it ready. I was gonna play Lord of the Rings music, but I don't want to get copyright strike. I don't own it. Like, what is it that Goblins even listen to? No, this is a good brown right here. It's Photo Bash 32, so that's a good brown actually. It's a good unifier. Now, I want to do the details. I'm just gonna like. Let's make it seems like there's a little enclave right here. Because mountains have curves. There's mountains inside of cave. Amazing. It's kind of wild to think about that. This might take a while, but this is where you have fun. Just like in nature, lines don't always... Things have to be planned out. Like a mountain doesn't really know where it's gonna crack, it just does. The water tells it where to crack. But what is a waterfall? It doesn't know where the water falls, just things fall where they need to be. So don't worry about trying to fix things or trying to see where things have to be placed, where lines go. Not everything has to have rhyme or reason, but it does have to have a pattern though. That's one thing I learned. There are patterns in nature that you need to understand. That's what makes nature unique. Actually, good color 32 because it goes against the red as a light, and it goes against the light as a dark. So this one's a good blend. Another thing I was thinking of doing is there's one that gives you cracks. I was thinking using a concept art brush. Let's see if I can find it. But these are stamps. Is it this one? No. Maybe it's the second one. So I buy my brushes. There's only a couple that I buy because everything else seems just repetitive. I don't think the average person is going to tell what type of brush you use. So don't be afraid to just try different things. Is it oil brush? Did I save it? No. Is it under? No. This is my glitch brushes. Ah, man. I think it is in concept, but I gotta find it. This one says rocky surfaces. Let's see. Oh, hey. That one's actually pretty good. Especially if you're trying. Actually, I might do this one. I need to go to a darker. I gotta organize this again because I know I flipped it. Sort color. Okay, it is sorted. Appearance. Let's make it large. I love this. So we were doing 32. There's 32, 37, 33, 31, 33, 34, 35, 31, 30. Yeah, I knew it. I did lose it. Okay, let's do it again. So let's sort it. Sort by alphabetical. Where's 32? I was using this one. That's way different one. Okay, this is what I get. I wasn't using 32. Interesting. Okay. Screw it. We're just gonna play around. I'm gonna do the top part. I'm being really light with my... being really light with my brush. And I'm on a different layer too, just letting you know. I'm curious. I want to see what this one looks like. Oh, let's make some smokes. Smoke signals. What does this one look like? Wait, okay, that one's pretty wild, but I want to see. Okay. We still gotta map out the village though. Kinda like that. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit. And I keep forgetting you don't see the same things I see. So we're gonna open this up. We're just using the imagination. I don't like to zoom in, I like to zoom out and just see, maybe we can see something. Gonna make this the entrance. And then we're gonna put an entrance over here too. You can always go back and fix things or play around with it, see what you get. And what I was thinking is drawing some flags. I'm gonna do some red flags. I'm actually gonna make it a bit red. I kind of want to make a bridge right here. So, but I want the bridge to stick out. So we might have to shift the lighting a bit of it. I'm actually going to use some white to make the pole stand out. See, the problem is, someone were to look at this, they wouldn't even notice there's a bridge. So I probably did a bad job. And I'm probably gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna play around with it too much. What I wanted to do was gonna put a figure of a goblin right here. Question is, how do you draw a goblin? I don't know. What do goblins look like? I know they're green. But do they always have to be green? Can it be a different color goblins? Look it up. Everybody has interpretation of goblins. Pointy ears, small, short. This is how I imagine goblin right here. Okay, we're gonna use oil brush. I'm gonna be very loose with it. We're gonna, and I feel like since I know they're green for the most part, dark green, but I'm gonna make them gray. Just see what happens. I feel like if you're in a cave, you shouldn't have no color. That's my understanding. You should have at least dark brown or dark gray. And I think there's a bit of gray right here, so let's do that. Just roughing out the shape. A little bit of a hunchback down there. Okay, but we need them to stick out, so we're gonna increase the opacity. Maybe he's a white goblin. So I suck once again at lighting, but you always gotta try. Just play around. And who says we can't photo bash? Got a layer at background. I'm not gonna go too ham on this one. I just wanted to showcase what you could do with. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, never mind. What you could do with the power of just, I guess, your imagination, if you have one. I can't say if everybody has one. I know some people have a hard time imagining things. You need to look at references. That's okay. maybe they are normal. I feel bad for this goblin. Why are goblins evil? Because that's the lore. We're going by what we all know or seen. They don't have to be evil. This one was born with a deformity. You know, deformities are no joke in real life for us. For this goblin, he probably has a deformity. Let's see. Now we're gonna change the color real quick so it can match the setting. I want to give it a stick. I'm actually gonna give it a tell. I kind of like that. The feet's killing me. It looks so weird. Let's give our buddy a little boost. And at the end of the day, I made him... This is what I wanted. It'll be blending in too much. Could do that one. Or this one too. It goes back to being green. I guess that's why goblins are green. They just go really well against the cave. That's funny. Mine's glow in the dark. Because why not? Why can't? It'll make sense for goblins to be glow in the dark, right? Man, it looks so bad. This might be a long effort type drawing. How much time do we have? Probably gonna stop it right here. Gotta play around with it a bit more on my own. That looks pretty cool. But I have to create a underneath shadow layer. Whoa. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. I have an idea. So let's create a dark. We're gonna put it underneath this. That way we don't see the back. And he went back to being green. Amazing. Just original. How original. How original. I'm gonna put blue. Blue gives it a highlight. I need to get better at character design. I always would put the goblin in front. Probably gonna leave it right there. Save and stop.